Have you ever been completely stuck on someone, replaying every interaction and wondering what went wrong? This feeling isn't a sign of weakness. It's a predictable psychological and chemical reaction triggered by specific behaviors. We'll explore why you can't stop thinking about them, how their hot and cold patterns keep you hooked, and steps to break free. Let's start with the push-pull dynamic, a hallmark of the dismissive avoidant attachment style. One moment they're warm and engaging, the next distant and withdrawn, creating confusing and painful cycles. This isn't conscious malice. It's a defense mechanism, often learned in childhood from emotionally unavailable caregivers. When intimacy feels too close, their internal alarm bells ring, causing them to pull away through ghosting or emotional shutdown. Your pursuit of connection often overwhelms them, causing them to pull back further, creating a painful chase. This leaves you feeling rejected, anxious, and obsessed with getting the good version of them back. Your brain isn't built to handle this constant uncertainty, leading us to the Zeigarnik effect. This psychological phenomenon explains why we remember unfinished tasks more vividly than completed ones. Unfinished business creates mental tension, an open loop that your brain craves to close. When a relationship ends without clear resolution or is defined by on-again, off-again patterns, it creates dozens of these open loops. Your brain treats these unresolved emotional events like unfinished tasks, desperately seeking an ending. This leads to the perfect storm for obsession, open loops combined with chemical hooks. When an avoidant partner pulls away, they create a massive, unresolved open loop in your mind. You're left with questions, and your brain can't let go, replaying conversations to find closure. But it gets more powerful. They occasionally and unpredictably come back, introducing intermittent reinforcement. Their withdrawal is the no-win phase. Then a miss you text or affection is the jackpot, flooding your brain with pleasure chemicals. This unpredictable cycle of punishment and reward is a powerful form of manipulation, creating addiction. You're not addicted to the person, but to the cycle, mistaking the roller coaster of anxiety and relief for a profound connection. The obsession isn't a sign they were the one. It's your brain caught in a chemically reinforced loop. Understanding the science is the first step, but how do you actually break free? You have to give your brain the one thing it's been craving, closure, and you must create it for yourself. First, make a firm decision for closure. Stop waiting for them to give you an ending. Say it out loud. This chapter is closed. This conscious decision begins the process of actively completing the task. Next, go strict no contact. Block them everywhere and remove all physical reminders. Every time you see their post or get a text, it rips the open loop open again, resetting your progress. No contact starves the addiction. It's the only way to cut off the unpredictable rewards. Label your obsessive thoughts, saying, "That's a Zeigarnik thought," to create distance. Then, schedule obsession time for 10 to 15 minutes daily. When the timer goes off, do something else. Complete new, meaningful tasks to give your brain the satisfaction of completion. This retrains your brain to get satisfaction from your own actions, not an unpredictable person. Finally, give yourself what you needed from them, whether it was validation or a feeling of being chosen. Lean on friends and family, date yourself, and prioritize your own life to take your power back. The feeling of being unable to stop thinking about someone isn't a reflection of your worth. It's the predictable result of a psychological trap, your brain's need for closure exploited by emotional unavailability. Healing isn't about forcing yourself to forget, it's about consciously closing the loops they left open. You find closure not in them coming back, but in your own firm decision to move forward. You aren't crazy for feeling this way, and you absolutely have the power to break this cycle.